Hello everyone. Today I'm going to take you through your command which will help you to save around your 30 to 30% of time which you currently spend on your manual activity. This command will really help you to do the automation which will effectively save your time, and then that saved time you can utilize for doing some other activity. Okay, so hi, let's go and get started. Hello, I am Ramakant Gupta. I have total 17.9 years experience in IT industry, and I am currently working as a senior engineering manager or technical architect and a full stack developer. So let's go and get started with today's command. Today we are going to understand about AWK command. What is AWK? So let me go a bit into the background. AWK is termed based on the three developers, based on their first initial letter of their name. This AWK was termed. So let's not get confused how this AWK came into picture, but let's take its power and advantage of its processing. Okay, so what this AWK helps? AWK helps us to do the text processing. It's basically kind of language. So it provides a facility. You can write a code similar to C, C++, Python or other programming language to work on a stream of data. So how AWK helps? If you have a structured data, the structured data could be either logs, it could be CSV or configuration files. If you have structured data, you can work on that using this AWK command and do the processing. So let me go and get started. I will just show you like what is the syntax for writing this AWK command and how effectively you can utilize to do your automation and to do lot of things using this AWK. Okay. Okay. So yeah. So first of all, like, let's understand the syntax of AWK. What is the syntax? So let me just open a notepad, and or let me better let me open a notepad. Okay, so AWK, we type AWK command and then opening closing single quote. Okay, in AWK there are three sections. So how the sections are defined? There is a first section, second section, and there is a third section. Okay, first section is called a begin section, so we write begin. Okay, second section is called a processing section, and third section is called a end section. So what does this mean? So basically what I told initially, using AWK we work on a stream of data. Stream of data in the sense like row by row you are doing processing on the data, right? So when this section will come into picture, suppose that you are reading a file, right? So before reading the file, this section will get executed. Okay, and this section when will get executed? After reading the file. Okay, and when this section will get executed, it will be executed during every line read of the file, right? So now you can write anything between these sections, right? So just like if I want to write a print statement, hello, I am reading command, or let me say I'm reading file, like this. Here you can write any kind of processing, or here let me go to the end block, and here I'll say print file reading completed. Okay, here you can write any kind of processing. If you want to print, okay, print something, right? So for every line that will be printed. Now okay, let me say just a hello. So every line of file it read, it will keep printing. Okay, so this is the syntax, and in this entire curly bracket from here to here you can write anything. Under the begin section, again similar, under the end section you can write anything, any kind of if condition, for loop you can write, while loop you can write, lot of things you can write while you're doing your processing. Okay, so let me just take to the PPT and I'll come into more detail into this. Okay, so before going into this part, how this AWK works? Okay, so okay, Okay, so let's say I have this command ls minus ltr. Okay, so this is nothing but the data, a stream of data. I want to do processing on this data. So what I can do, ls minus ltr, okay, and then pipe means you are outputting this data as a input to next command. Okay, so here I'll say awk. Okay, here I told there is a three section, right? So in begin section I can say begin print I am reading command. Okay, and you want to write some more line. So as you are writing into the same line, so you can write semicolon, and I can give print double quote and then something, whatever. Okay, now in the next section print. Okay, now let me just tell you, when awk reads, right, it understand it reads line by line. Okay, and what I told, it understand only the specific format of data. Okay, so for awk by default data is nothing but into the row and column, right, and each columns it understands is separated by space, right. So for this data it will understand this is the first column, this is the second column, this is the third column, fourth, fifth, sixth, this is sixth column, like this it will read, right. So now I want to print column 6, so what I can do, $6 I can give. Okay, and here this is the end section, I can say end, and whatever you want to write, print command reading completed, okay, again something I want to display like this. See, I read first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth column. Okay, it has given me the only the output of 6 column. Okay, now what happens, I want to, apart from 6 column, I want to display another columns also. So $6 I want to display, suppose that $8. So 6 and 8, right. So this was 6, this was 7, this was 8. Let me display 9. Better, let me display 9 column. Right. So here I am able to display 6 column and 8 column, 9 column. Okay. Now, yeah. So here I was talking about in AWK, there the data is understood as a row and column format, and each column by default it understands as a separated by space. But suppose that it may be possible that you may have data in different format. It could be a column separated, it could be tab separated, or it could be any other character separated. So those kind of also processing it's possible. I will show you while taking to the session. Okay, so here I was displaying the field 1, field 2. So to display the field 1 we use $1, to display field 2 we use $2. But in case you want to display the last field, so you can simply use NF, $NF, last field. In case you want to display the entire line, you can use $0, that to display the last line. And there are some more option like NF, number of fields in the line, in case you want to display the number of fields in the line. So let me just see here, completed, and here I can say comma NF. Let me see what it gives. See, command reading completed 9. 9k means number of fields. See here, this is what it's saying, right? Number of fields in the line, right? Okay, so this is very much clear. Okay, now let me take you one more example. As I told, you can write a normal conditional statement also, right? So suppose that my requirement is like, I want to display only the column, only the row of November month, right? I don't want to display the December month data. Okay, so here this processing section, in this processing section what is happening, one by one row I'm doing the processing. So what you can do, you can write logic over here. So let me just write logic. Under this processing section I can write if $, what was it, $6, right, $6 equal, there is a double equal to compare the data, and in double quote November. If it's a November, then again opening curly braces, then only print. I want to print the entire line, so $0. Okay, so let's see what is showing. So here what I have done, I have written if condition. If the $6, it means the field is having value November, then only display me the entire row, otherwise don't display me the data, right? So you can write the normal condition also in this. Okay, let me take you one more example. Now what is happening, let me just display the data. Instead of $0, I want to display dollar suppose as 6 comma $9. This two data I want to display. Okay, so okay, before taking here, let me come through the PPT. Okay, so here I was talking about there are built-in variables. As I told, there is a fs, there is a field separator, right? By default AWK understand that field is separated by white space, but it may happen your data may be separated by colon or some other thing. So you can specify, you can define to the AWK that what is my field separator. Now second, like OFS, outfield field separator. So by default what happen, whenever the AWS displays the data, it displays the output field as a separated by space. But in case you want to separate by some other data, some other separator, so you can define that. So how you can define? Okay, so here you see the column 6 and column 9 is displayed as a space separated data, right? But I want to display what is it, output file separator equal to, I want to separate it by this. So let's see what happens. See here why I given semicolon, because you want to write multiple commands. These are multiple commands, right? In the single line we are writing, that's the reason semicolon. If you write in multi-line, so you don't need to write semicolon, but each command should be into the separate line. So this is clear. So what is happening, whatever the output which I was displaying previously, it was by default separated by space, but now I want the output to be separated by some other character, that is a colon. So see how it is given. Okay, so these are some powerful variables, which is a built-in variable which is provided by the AWK. NR, current record number. So you want to see like in a particular while you are processing the file, what is the record number which you are currently you are reading, right? So just like let me tell you. Okay, here. Okay, here I want to display the record number, colon. Here I can display any data. Let me just display like this, comma, and I want to display record number, NR, right? See, it is displaying the record number 2, record number 3, record number 4, all right, it is displaying. So there are some built-in variable, just like in other programming we have global variables, right, which is available, or system defined variable. So similarly in awk there is a built-in variable which you can use across your AWK command to get the data. Okay, next, similar way, there is a number of fields in the current record. You want to understand, suppose that you got some file, right? You expect that each row will have 10 columns, right? You expect that each row will have 10 columns. Okay, but if it's a less, if a particular row is having data, number of column is less than 10, right? So you want to reject that row. So same, you can use this NF and you can check if NF equal 10, then do processing, else don't do processing. So you can use that easily. Record separator. Okay, so let me take you the example with the record separator. Okay, so let me take you this simple example. What is happening? Let's understand, you got this data, record 1 colon record 2 colon record. Okay, before going into this, let me just tell you, by default, as I told, AWK understand each process row by row, but how it understand the row, right? By default for AWK, each row is separated by line separator. Line separator we know /n is a line separator. For to understand each row, it understand by the line separator, right? So that's the reason, like if it reads the first line, if there is a line separator, then it go for the next line. But let's see this data. I have this data, record 1 colon, record 2, record 3, like this. I have some data, right? So here the separator is what? It's not a line separator, it's not a new line separator, right? So here I have to forcefully define what should be the line separator to understand that this each is a separate data for me, right? So when I go, let me just go here, AWK, I can say in begin section my line separator, what is the, so record separator rs equal to double quote colon, this is my record separator I specified. Now print $0. Let me see. See if I don't specify to the AWK that my record separator means each line separated by colon, right? So what AWK will do, it will consider this as a line number 1, this will consider as a line number 2, it will consider line number 3 for its processing, right? If I don't define this rs, let me just avoid defining this. See what will happen. See, it considers a single line, because for AWK what it happened, by default the record separator or line separator is /n, right? So here this is single line, it will understand a single line, right? Then it will take as a entire line, right? But you want to tell AWK, no, my data has a line separator as colon, right? So each thing it will take as a one line. So this will be one first line, this will be second line, and this will be third line. That's the reason it has output me like this. Okay, so let me just show one more thing. Okay, print. Okay, I can display anything. I can display the line number. So for line number, what NF, right? One second, let me NR, I think. For line number, it's yeah, NR. Okay, and similar way I can write here end statement, processing completed, whatever you want to display, that's it. Okay, $1. Okay, okay, so here I'm just displaying the first column, and then line number I'm displaying. You can do any kind of string or anything you want to, just like here I want to display colon, like, or any kind of simple display I want to do. Okay, so this is very much clear how effectively we can use AWK to do lot of processing on my data, right? So okay, let me take you the other part of the slide. Okay, this I have already shown, like we can write a conditional control statement, we can write if statement, loop statement, anything you can write. It's like nothing but it provides a facility. It has its own language processing. You can just similar to other language, you can write the if condition, else condition, like all the, yeah, just to keep in mind, if you see this if statement, this is not at all the shell script if statement. If you see the shell script if statement, it comes with the this what is a greater symbol, sorry, one second, basically the shell script command if statement comes with this opening closing, like this we specify, right? For, but this is not a shell script language, it's AWK has their own language. So that's the reason if you see the if statement, right, how the if statement looks, right, it's different than the if statement in the shell script, right? Okay, okay, apart from that, it has lot of built-in function. We can use the length function, two lowercase, two uppercase. So let me just show you one example with the built-in function. Okay, Okay, so just a simple example here. NOV, November is coming, right? I want to capitalize it. So a simple simple, what you can do, $6 is to display the November, right? That is a month. So you can do to upper. See how the data got displayed. It converted to uppercase. Alright. So it has lot of built-in function which you can utilize. Okay. Yeah, so that's it. I just wanted to show you about this AWK. Some of the good advantage are some of the good example I can say. Suppose that we when we work in the production support, we get the access log, right? So in the access log we have the list of client or list of IPs address who has accessed our applications, right? So what you can do, it's very simple, like just let me just I don't know whether I have any access log over here, but what you can do, you can use this AWK command. You can pass the access.log file. Okay, access.log file you can pass, and what you can do, you can get the particular column which is holding the client IP address, right? And then you can pipe that data with the unique keyword, unique command. So unique command in the sense like pipe unique. We know this, right? Pipe unique is nothing but to out of the data to display you only the which is the unique row. Okay, so yeah, so that's it. I would just wanted to show you guys. So keep practicing. This is one of the most beautiful, and it will strengthen to make your life easy, and it will help you to do lot of automation activity. Okay, so if you really like this video and you like this effort, so please do like, subscribe and share this video. Thank you all. Thank you for joining this.